The Retro Reel!
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Retro Reel. You know what one of the weirdest things is about the winter of 2008 to 2009? Everybody is so obsessed with the recession and our financial situation in the economy, as well as Obama getting elected president, that I haven't heard hardly anything from anybody around here about how this winter is actually one of the worst winters we've had in a long time. I mean, let's face it. We've had real snow that's actually stuck around. We've had snowstorms, we've had ice storms, there was a time like from mid-December to mid-January when we couldn't go more than a week and a half without having some kind of winter storm. It's crazy. You know, we've actually had real winter weather to contend with. Real snow, real ice, a mix of both that has actually stuck around. It's definitely been a worse winter than we've had the last couple of years. It even got really, really cold beginning in October. You know, I mean January cold in October. I was saying stuff about it back then. Should have taken a hint that this winter was going to be ugly, and it has been. However, the good news is this isn't the worst winter weather that I've ever seen. Back in February of 2007, we had a Valentine's Day ice storm and then a huge cold snap that lasted for like a month straight. I mean, day after day after day after day after day, the highs would be in the teens, the 20s, the teens, the 20s. Never ever even coming close to the freezing point. It was actually something to celebrate when the temperature finally went back above freezing, and a glorious occasion when the temperature hit 40 degrees. I went out and filmed it. I brought this back a couple of times, taken it off YouTube a couple of times. Now let's bring it back as part of the Retro Reel. This is my footage from Winter Storm Agatha, shot on the day after the storm. Ladies and gentlemen, sit back, relax, enjoy the show. This is what cold really is. I present to you, Icy Old Agatha. Let's roll that beautiful winter storm footage.
Driveway and parking lot is a complete skating rink. There's no way a plow can undo that stuff, man. Both front and back steps are solid ice. You have no choice here but to walk down an icy stairway on your way out the door. You can't stand walking on ice? Stay in Florida. You guys maybe wonder why I'm stopping to film a shot of a tire track here. Just to give you an idea how cold it's been. This tire track is obviously where I parked before the storm came through. Probably the only piece of dry earth other than where the car was. I think this patch, this little tire print right here, was the only reason I was able to get out this morning. So as you can see, everywhere else around it is nothing but ice. Nothing but ice, man. So there's snow that makes it look like snow, but it's really all ice. You can't get around that. So, yep, definitely ice. So it's been so cold that no water it hasn't melted and moved into the spot yet. It's dirt and then it's frozen all around the edges. This is supposed to be the backyard, but instead it's a freaking skating rink. You don't want to skate on this stuff though. You go too far, you're going into the river. I wouldn't go taking the dog for a walk in weather like this. You're probably going to wind up taking him for a slide instead. Again, if you don't like walking on ice, stay in Florida. Some of you folks that watch these videos may recognize this place. This is where I shot the weather shot in the Thanksgiving special. As you can see, it's ice down to the river, and then there's even ice on the river. It's ice, ice, and more ice, and the ice must have melted off the trees. There's a lot of areas right now with sparkly trees from the ice that accumulated on the tree branches. Snowstorm? No, this was no snowstorm. It only looks like snow, but as you can see, it's very easy to walk on. Skating rink underneath the swing set. This, my friends, is perfect reason to let your kids sit indoors playing video games all day. Any other time of the year, yeah, send them out for some fresh air, but not with this. And yes, the wind is blowing from time to time, up to 50 miles an hour, and it's 20 degrees out. Yeehaw! Concrete jungle? Concrete glacier is more like it. I think this is supposed to be a sidewalk. Now you may recognize this place as the park from Christmas Tree 2006. The parking lot is a complete skating rink. Nobody is here. Gee, I wonder why. my dad told me last week that he was going to try and get out to this walking track and put in 2 miles a day to get his exercise program going again. As you can see, the walking track is solid ice, so is all the rest of the playground. Another reason why nobody's here, never mind how cold it is. Gee, Dad, I thought you were going to get your exercise program going again. You know what, since you're watching this, I'm going to take a lap on this frozen track, just for the heck of it, show you guys just what a real man I am. Keep in mind, the wind is gusting like heck. Don't know what the wind chill is. It's 20 degrees regular temperature, and I have no idea what the wind chill's supposed to be. Yeah, there you go. Baseball field, solid ice. Anyone want to play ball? I'm sure it'd be real easy to slide into home like Charlie Brown. Okay, I'm going to take a lap on this frozen track just to show you guys just how tough I can be, darn it. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breaking the ice already. Doing my part and getting cleaning up what the winter storm left behind. You know, when they say when you exercise, you should walk at a brisk pace to burn more calories. Don't know how doable that is. This camera won't focus for crap. Don't know how doable that is when the entire track. Oh, there we go. Don't know how doable that is when the entire track is solid ice. But I'm going to be a tough son of a gun and do 1 lap on this frozen solid track for you guys. So stay tuned. Well, let's stop and look back. I'm about halfway through the lap on a solid ice track here. Wind's died down a bit and my hands warmed back up. I'm pulling this camera out and I'm shutting it off just in time to not get frostbite. Let me find another patch of the really clear ice and show you guys something really cool. You definitely won't see this in Florida. Some of this ice, as I'm cracking it, you can't really see it. You're probably not going to be able to see it on the final video. You can see the little bubbles of water underneath moving around, particularly where the sun hit it. Oh, whoa, some of these trees are creaking because the sap's frozen. They sound like an old piece of furniture. Oh yeah, gotta love it. Freezing rain, several inches of freezing rain. Actually, this ain't all that bad. As long as you're not an idiot and go try and run on this thing, it's actually quite walkable. It's actually more walkable than when it's not frozen. It's like walking on blacktop, except it's ice. At least where the snow is, where it's melted and refroze, forget it. People think you're nuts for being out here. Well, I guess what happened with some of that other ice is that the water underneath melted, but the ice layer is still going on top. So when you step on it, you see little bubbles underneath moving around. I don't think any sane person should even attempt what I'm doing here unless you're a professional. Even the folks on that infamous MTV show, I think we all know what it is, shouldn't be doing this kind of stuff. Alright, we're coming around to the home stretch here. Little leaf got frozen over during the storm yesterday. That thing's not going anywhere for a couple days. 2 months ago they had a manger scene and Christmas decorations out here. Now they get a skating rink. One tribute to winter after another, huh? Well, I'm coming to the end of the lap here, and I think I've scared enough people who saw me out here doing all this. Yeah, I don't recommend you folks go trying this if you value your health and being able to walk right. I only did it just to say I did. There you go. Ice-covered baseball diamond. Nothing but winter, and ice everywhere. And I just took a lap. Very slowly, though. I don't think this will count towards an exercise program. But I just took a lap on a solid ice walking track. So those of you folks who like to see Daredevil do stuff, here we go. Man, I should have brought any skates. Oh wait, I don't have any ice skates. But all these people that are out on these half-thawed-out ponds might be better off just come to the walking track and skate a couple of laps. Okay, I've scared enough people walking this icy track out here in plain sight, and it's cold for crying out loud, so let's get out of here. Well, I'll be darned. Someone tried to close the gate in the middle of the ice storm. Well, I hope they like it half open. Let's go.
And thus, despite all that we've dealt with this winter, us New Englanders can at least take comfort in the fact that we haven't seen anything that extreme. And hopefully, we don't get that again next month in February. Till next time, stay warm. This is Multimedia Jay, signing off. Thanks for stopping by.